Spearmint Mountain was developed with a 48-hour Game Maker jam. Came out, let's say, I think the jam was the last weekend. We're going to jump in, give it a little go, because I want to be playing a couple games from HLI, so let's get right into it here. Ignore my Windows sounds, you know. It was a cold and dark night in Spearmint Mountain. A most powerful storm was raging, the worst storm of the century. Holy shit, it's an intense storm. Suddenly a lightning bolt struck. The scared mint at the summit. Oh, okay, sorry. That was like the break in the line made me think it was two sentences. Ignore me. The explosion tore off huge mint chunks, all raining down upon the mountain. Oh shit, this is intense. Under the night sky, every last chunk came alive. This is the story of one of those chunks. Oh man, so we broke off our mummy mint, and now we've got to go back to her. Okay, that's a very large character model for the world. Like, it kind of feels weird controlling something so big. Like, I would imagine that, like, on this rock here, I would be the same height as that step, is kind of how I, like, or, like, maybe 1.5 times that, but, like, I'm huge. Maybe it's so wide as well. I don't know, like, the character model just feels very big in comparison to the world. I don't know why that feels so strange. I suppose it's just, like, what you're kind of used to in what platforms the size. Well, I'm surprised I didn't hit those there. So, yeah, this game was made for the Game Maker Game Jam. It's impressed me so far. I like the art. I think it's, you know, it's pretty consistent for what Game Maker jams use. I was wondering if the grass reacted to me moving there. Yeah, the grass seems to react to me. Look. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. It's a nice effect. Is that actually directional? It is directional. That's so nice. Look at that. Look at all the grass wobbles and the way you walk in it. It's a really nice touch. Like, it makes the game feel so much more alive. Like the particles when you move and all that kind of stuff. Like, I love those kind of effects. They work really well. So X is grab here, and I can poke as well. Cool. And if I press C, yeah, I can throw it. So I have played the game once through, just to test it. Did that land? No, that didn't land. I want to see if I can get up there. I reckon I can. So if I played the game once through, so I know all the controls. I'll see if I can show you like a little sneak peek here. So make that jump. Yeah, I can make that jump. Heck yeah, boy. Oh, so there's a secret up there, but I have to get even higher up. Oh no. Oh goddamn. All right. So there's a few things that you'll know. So the game revolves around these little spears that you can poke. You press C and then you can aim them, throw them, like I did to get to here. So if I hit C now, we can like move this up with the arrow keys. Obviously it's a game jam, so I understand why it's quite a rudimentary system for throwing them like that. But generally speaking, I think I'd have preferred the system if you could use the mouse and I could use WASD, because I hate using my right hand to move on the keyboard. But it's a game jam game, so you can't really, well, you can, but I feel like a dreadful human being criticizing those. But then I can also press Z and jump on the spears like this. So I'll take a hit, but we'll get a spearmint, and that's all I really wanted from that. I feel pretty proud of myself finding that secret. Hell yeah. I assumed when I played through it, like, what I was like, right, if they're not giving me the spear now, I reckon you can go back. That's like it's a pretty classic design thing, you know, like, oh, we didn't give them this at the start, go back and get it. You know, like, you play any kind of Metroidvania style game, they often do that, right? Like, it's a pretty classic design trope, but I like it all the same. You know, it's a design trope for a reason, right? So is broken walls. Yep. Okay, there we go. Broken walls. Walk through broken walls. So yeah, this is where it tells me press C. Can do a throw. I reckon that is too high for me to jump to. I am correct in my assumption. So there will be some more enemies coming up soon, yeah, and I think I can show off another mechanic here, which is that if you hold down C, oh, what the hell? Oh, I broke it. Probably hit the corner collision there is what happened. Yeah, like, so if you throw at an enemy, it'll kill them in one hit. I think there's only 2 types of enemy in the game, and I'm pretty sure it killed both of them in one hit when I threw it at them. Oh, there's this. Do you reckon I can get that if I get this right to the top? So the jump isn't actually introduced until oh hell yeah, the jump isn't introduced until the very last area in the game. But if you die, you respawn at the start of these areas. That's pretty cool. I got that. I liked this bit. This was was a fun little bit of design. I liked how this one traps you down here and forces you to like fight this guy on uneven terms. I got wrecked there. So let's actually get prepared for this. I reckon I can. Do you think you can find him? Oh, look, it's highlighting in red there. That sounded like we got him, right? That sounded like it hit an enemy. He's not coming down. Oh, he is. He is coming down. I lied. He got us. Oh, what? No, how did that? Alright, fair enough. So yeah, a little bit about this itch series, because this will be the first one in it, I presume. Okay, we can make that without a spear, I reckon. I can make that jump. Now. Sick. Now. Oh, I jumped too early. Maybe you do need spears for those. Yeah, I want to sort of pick out games on itch that I find really fun. So like, one of my habits, is it a habit? No, it's not a habit, it's just something I've been like religiously doing for several years is on Fridays, because I have such a thrilling life, on Fridays I usually try and sit down with a couple games on itch.io and like just you know, like sit down and attempt to not learn something, but like, you know, play with some games that use like very experimental mechanics, right? Like, I'm so lucky, I think I need 3 spears to make all those jumps, but the first one I threw didn't actually hit this guy. It landed in there. If that's the case, then I am the greatest gamer of all time, and you should bow down to me, and it definitely wasn't all luck. But yeah, so I do it on Fridays, pretty religiously. Oh, you're kidding me. I pressed... This is why I hate not using WSD, because I'm so unfamiliar with using my left hand for like... Using my right hand for jump, and then using my left hand for like controls, like throwing and stuff like that. Like, it feels so unfamiliar. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, I know. We leave the area. Come back to the area. Oh, hell yeah. Got our spears back, boys. Oh, what? That killed me. That killed me way faster than I was expecting it to kill me. Right, let's trigger this boy. Bring him over here. We don't want to waste our spears on him, because we want to use our spears up there. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure dying doesn't reset your spears, but I think that leaving the room might reset them, so I want to avoid that. I want to kill these dudes. Oh no, come on, man. This is my complaint with the hitbox, like the character size being too big. Like, it really throws you off, and I feel like the hitbox is not... Like, usually you'd make the hitbox on a character like this way smaller than the actual character model, to make it a little bit more forgiving to the player, right? But I feel like that hasn't been done. It feels like it's pixel perfect, which I don't know if I like it. I don't think I do. But yeah, so like, you kind of see that right there. Like, how I'm talking about the game there, that's, excuse me, that's the kind of thing that I look to do with those Friday play sessions. I should really time this jump and actually think about it. So I'm not giving myself the time this jump. Let's just do this first. There we go. Yeah, so I like to like sit down and basically like, oh dear. Okay, I got no balls, man. I pussied out of that one. I ran away. But yeah, I think it's really important to play little experimental games when you're looking at like how games are designed, because these are the kind of games that take a lot of risks, right? Like, they're not polished, they're not perfect, the mechanics might not be well thought through, but they usually try something really new and interesting, and often that breeds, you know, really interesting like, bits of game design, right? Like the way these spears are thrown in this, it's not new, this kind of stuff's been done in games before, but it's interesting the way it's used, and like every time you play something small like this, usually they'll have one like teeny weeny mechanic that you can look at that I think you can learn something from, right? Like, I think so anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows? We can make that? Yeah, we can make that. Like, yeah. Oh, okay, so that was the throw, by the way. Kind of accidental. Oh, that was also accidental, but, you know, I'll take it. Wonder how many of those little thingamajigs there actually are. I think about there is good. And we'll go up here, go a spear. I really like the way that you are limited with where you can find the spears, because it means you can do more like puzzly design. You can kind of like force the player, like, yeah, to wreck people like that. No, to So there's definitely something down this pit, and I know it because I fell down it. Let's see if we can be a little bit more careful about it though this time. Nope. Care is not the way forward. Caring is not the way forward. But yeah, like with the spears being in like known locations, you can pull off better puzzle design. So I think we have to do a jump here. Yeah, we have to do a jump there. We have to do a no. We can make this. Let's pop him. Grab that. Oh, nearly fell down the hole there. That was pretty spicy. The game isn't very long, so I'll just finish it here in this video for you. But I would recommend checking it out yourself. And if you like games and are interested in like how games are designed and stuff, I'd really recommend checking out games on itch, like how I was doing on Friday. But one of the things I want to do with that is kind of want to get back into the habit of talking about games. So you know, when I used to record YouTube videos, every mistakes have been made. I was afraid of that. It's embarrassing. Like, one of the things about recording games and talking about them when I used to do Let's Plays a lot was that I'd analyze them like that. I wouldn't do it as thoroughly as I might do now because I don't have the motor skills to click on buttons in the correct order to not die all the time. But no, like I wouldn't talk about it as thoroughly as I would now because I have more experience now, and you know I would analyze design just more now in general. Do I get that from here? Do I have to launch the spear from down there to this side? No, that's this. Yeah, okay, I definitely have to shoot the spear from... no, that's not what I wanted. That's the wrong... I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, like that. So like right at the top of that there. That's got to be... that must be how you do that. Yeah, I think it's really important. So, like, if you're interested in how games are designed, or you're interested in designing games, or I don't know, you just like fun little games. I'd recommend doing this. Like, play a few games on a Friday on itch. Like, sit down, just scroll through like the most recent, or you know, itch like will recommend you games, or just browse through anything. I mean, there's a lot of not so great games on itch. You know, like that's what I mean. To be fair, with the way the website is, that's kind of like going to happen. It's a hard problem to avoid. But there are a lot of really fantastic games on itch as well that you're doing yourself a disservice by not playing. Really, I think if you are interested in how games are made, that is very upsetting. This game's like it's got like a fair amount of depth to it. Like the way those enemies work, it's not just like they follow you. After they get hit, they follow you a little bit faster, and it really adds the pressure. So like, you know, if you hit them the first time, you definitely got to be in a good position to hit them the second time and stuff. Like, and there's little bits of design, like how that guy's on there, and you know, you have to throw the spirit in pretty much there. There's no real way for you to stab him to death, which means that you need to have the right amount of spear count for it. Like, it's good. It's well designed stuff in this game. I really like it. That's it. You know, like I don't know. I think looking at games like this, I get more. This is when I learn the most about game design. Is times like this. There's gotta be a spear over to the right here, because there's like a okay, yeah. So there's yeah. Okay, all right. There's a mint over there. We can make that. We can do this. We can get that mint, I believe. I don't know how the enemy spawning works, because it seems like sometimes they respawn when I die, and sometimes they don't. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm surprised I made that jump. It's a pretty long jump. I've been making it quite consistently. I'm surprised, really. Just get rid of that guy. Take him out of the picture. Let's make this jump here. There we go. Right, cool. So yeah, it's a commitment I'm gonna make where I'm gonna. Oh no. Okay, right. We've got to get back to a place with spears. Come on, platform, move fast enough. Okay, the platform moves fast enough. Oh no, I didn't move fast enough. I fell down the hole. Everything is evil. We're right at the end as well, so the temptation to just be like, no, I'm giving up on this game. Rage quit on the 15-minute game maker game jam game. Like, goddamn. Oh no. I pressed C, hoping that would kill him, and well, you know, I pressed X. That wasn't C. Again, the controls, it really messes with me. I don't know. See, I can't, like, the muscle memory in my left hand is so, like, specifically used to one type of control. It's, like, used to doing the movement. So every time I move with my right hand, my left hand, like, wants to mimic that movement. It feels so unnatural doing anything else. Right, I'm surprised he didn't hit me there. I had a memorable time on this is longer than I thought, but kind of thankful for that, because obviously, otherwise I would not be alive right now. I wonder if there's a mint off to the right there, or the left there. It'd be kind of an unforgiving place to put one. Like, oh, we got the last one, didn't we? So I don't need to. In fact, yeah. So I can just pop a spear down there, put this, nail that jump. Hell yeah! And then we're out. I think this is the end. Yeah. I really like the cutscenes and the attention to detail. Like, I think the fact that they gave this game like a teeny weeny story, and just little bits and bobs like the zoom out there, adds a lot to the overall feel of the game. Like, these cinematic moments make it feel a lot more polished for a really short game jam game than you would expect, right? Like, usually if I make a game for a game jam, it's like, here are the base mechanics and some sort of test level where you can use all the things. I really hope it works, thanks, bye, you know? That's cool. And there it was. The scared mint, the sacred mint that had given birth to an unlikely hero. Finally home, he thought to himself. What a long and tiresome journey. It was, man, it was hard. Along the way, it had blacked out 10 times. It's an embarrassing amount. But he still managed to push through. He collected 8 small and shiny mint coins. I wonder how many coins I missed. So there are more. Unless... Right, so I'm not sure if they dynamically set that there, so it'll tell you if you've missed them, or... I don't know. Did I get the true ending? I guess we'll never know. Well, if any of you managed to get the true ending, let me know. Let me know what you think of the game. If you've got any games you think that would be good for this kind of series to cover, let me know. Yeah. Other than that, thanks for watching. Go check out Spearmint Mountain. It is worth your time, I think.